The first time I ever came to New York and the buildings and the people, I just had no idea that a city, and it's known to drain people, but it's always given me crazy energy. And that's what everyone always says, the energy. But I feel like it was so true coming from Texas, where, you know, it was a decent bubble to grow up in, but there's none of that creative energy, none of the energy of like, oh snap, people are doing stuff.
Well, that's the weird thing about this whole like New York City's dead kind of thing. And like, sure, some version of it is dead to everyone, and some version of it is going to be dead to certain kinds of people that maybe only came here to suck the resources out of a city like this. But there's a real thriving community of people here. And hopefully in some way, it's some sort of like, you know, some blessing in disguise with everyone leaving, you know, kind of like all the banker types and stuff leaving, because, you know, obviously it's going to affect prices and everything, but like maybe it's like shedding of a skin in some way that like, because I don't think in this digital age, no matter how many times we can do these Zoom things, we still want to be around other creative people, other people that are inspiring us. We want to, you know, you got to get in where you fit in. And like, I think New York is always going to be about that in some aspect. And that's the thing that I think is so beautiful about a city like New York, you know? And so in some way, maybe it's great that like so many kinds of people are shedding, you know,
right.
Because I think.
Yeah, and I feel like
maybe it gets more affordable to live here too. And then,
well, I got a 3 months rent. I moved back to Manhattan from Brooklyn, and it was a decent opportunity for me to be like, hey, this apartment just became much more affordable. Let's go. Let's do it. Full size oven. Hello, living the life.
Yeah. So I really like, you know, I really own that. Like, I'm a New York City artist, you know, like it's so much a part of my identity as an artist in a way, because it's just given me a career. It's given me so many opportunities. It's given me not just like with my work and my career, but just like to, you know, I think we all come here to find ourselves, to relate to things, you know, because maybe we weren't fulfilled in the places we came from, you know, the towns we came from, and you come here with a dream, with a goal. You want to find a community of different kinds of people that make sense for you, and you know, I feel loyal to that, you know. So I want to stay here. I want to spend my money here. I want to, you know, invest back into this city as much as I can.
What are some misconceptions about Paris that when you were there, you were kind of living there for a few months, that is it true that, hey, they're rude to Americans? Did you experience that?
I don't think that. No, I don't think that. So you've never been to Paris?
I have once, but it was on like one of those school trips, and I've always wanted to go back as an adult.
Yeah.
But it's so funny when you talk to people about Paris, there is kind of this like, they're like, so
don't see that
there, and
but here I also like overtly romanticize New York. Like, I don't think that New Yorkers are rude, but we have a reputation, so it's the same thing to me. Like, I think that
especially when you're trying to speak their language too, you're being respectful of where you are.
But here's the thing about Paris, you know, like Parisians generally, like a lot of them speak English, especially like waiters and stuff like that. So like you try to speak French and they just speak back to you in English. Like, and like, you could take that as rude, but they're also trying to work on their English too. Like, they're not really like, I never felt like anybody was rude. I only thought people were fascinated with, like, they wanted to talk about Beyonce and like whatever the hell. Like,
I love that.
You know what I mean? Like, but I don't know. I think Paris is like my second favorite city in the world. So,
well, like, your Insta stories were just gorgeous. I was so jealous. I was
living. I was like throwing down. I was like, this is, I felt like, okay, I owe this to myself. Like, I'm doing this, you know?
Well, I mean, and it's so inspiring. I get so much inspiration from just the surroundings. That's why I love New York so much. So when else are you going to have time to just go live somewhere for a month? And of course, Corona has slowed that down and kind of messed up the plans. No one wants Americans in their country, which, you know, I understand.
We're not going anywhere. No, it's like,
so maybe we'll have to wait a couple years.